YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Neil Goodfella Neil, coming through with a Jordan 4 that y'all should be picking up on before they all dry out. Now, if you just generally don't like this sneaker, then by all means just kind of disregard that then, but maybe even a whole video. But really, it's this joint right here. It's not the Black Cat or anything. It is the What the 4. Now, I ended up copping this for retail from Eastbay. Now, I was on the fence severely with this sneaker because I just felt like they just definitely could have done it a lot better. But one of the things I was noticing was that it was slowly still growing on me. It kind of feel like how the Chlorophyll 3s was in a way. Now, these are, to me, a little bit better than the Chlorophyll 3s because obviously you got 4s, you know, mixed in on one or whatever. This is kind of like one of those, you know, rarities that Jordan do when they dropping them or whatever. Again, if you just generally don't like this sneaker, by all means, I definitely understand, because I was, again, on the fence about this sneaker, and might as well hold both of them up because they both different. But these grew on me. And I'm starting to see the prices, I don't want to say go up. They probably still around retail roughly as far as resale go, for the most part. But the money sizes, you know, all the way up to damn near size 10 almost always sell out all the time. Maybe that's another thing too. Now, I can bounce back and forth between a 9.5 or a size 10. I got mine in a size 10. I was lucky enough to actually see these on Eastbay stock back up the size 10 because, you know, 9.5 was gone definitely for sure. Under that was all gone, all sold out. But the other sizes were still there at the time. But I do feel like in due time these will probably eventually leave. I really noticed the shift when these picked up as far as sales after Christmas or something like that, or around that Christmas time roughly. I think it probably would be a last minute gift or something. I don't blame no person. Like, if you know somebody that like 4s or they just want something completely different, and you know, whether you got the bread 11s or not, or you struck out on something at that time last year, 2019, this is probably another quick go-to option, because these were in stores for a while. Not long, but I would say maybe a month, and due to fourth quarter and the whole holiday stuff, a lot of stuff easily get to sitting, and the highest priority sneaker, or the most hype sneaker, or the most highest priority sneaker is obviously the one that's going to get bought, and then this kind of stuff sit, and then eventually it dries out. Now, I do believe if these are still sitting, I don't see these in my local area no more really, but you know, for the whole tax time thing, I think these will be gone by that time, and the only places to really get them would be online, like the StockX's and the GOATs and all that. My thing is this though, just like what we seen with the what's going to happen with this sneaker definitely is like what we seen with the Motorsport 4s. You could when those 2017, you could practically get those sneakers for like 110, even though they retail for 160, 170 at the time, but they dropped down to like 110, damn near $100 in some places. But now, if you got a DS Motorsport or Reverse Motorsport, that easily go for like 200 or more or something like that. At least last time I checked, or 220 roughly. But that's because obviously, you know, that's been damn near 3 years ago, and time has passed. So I got the little typical stuff with it though, the little clear, what's the name, joint. It's not necessarily too much of a review, just a quick overview from my end, in case you guys interested in what I'm getting or whatever, or, you know. And also too, I like to rather much do a discussion versus just a review with this. Now, again, like I said, these grew on me. Me personally, I felt like they really could have killed it with this. Number one, they shouldn't be calling this What the 4. They should be calling this the Top 4, because obviously these have the 4 colors from the OG colorways, and I got the OG colorways right here. I'm gonna do a quick little comparison. Excuse me, but I'm gonna just do a quick comparison because I got them right here. Most of them, if you're already familiar with the OG colorways, you already know anyway. But just for the collection's sake, right? Since this kind of like my sneaker diary, this video stuff. But yeah, so With this stuff right here, man, I feel like they definitely could have done it better. I would have even went as far as making one completely black, like the Bred 4, and then putting like, I don't know, some cement print on it, like that or something like that. If you really want to do a what the fours, but really a top 4. But some people complimented the fact that even though it's a what the sneaker supposedly, it's a little bit more easier to wear than most what the sneakers. Most what the sneakers are like really all over the place, and it's almost kind of hard to put a fit with a what the sneaker sometimes. Or your fit really got to be, you know, more subtle, or you got to dress more so on the conservative side with the colors. But with this, the what the force is actually taking the back seat and letting you do more a little bit with the fit. Maybe it's that dress easier or something like that. I don't know. But again, these should be called the top 4s and not the what the 4s. If they do a what the 4s, a real what the 4s, they need to involve stuff like from the Cool Gray 4s. It's so many other 4s that's fly, that's not even the OG colorway, that they easily could have incorporated in here. But since this is just strictly the only the OG colorways on this sneaker, I just feel like they should just call it that top 4. I know I keep repeating myself, but jumping off into this, we got the white cement 4, and obviously this is the one from 2016, and you know, same thing with this on the back, and you know, easy matchup and all that stuff, man. You know, my thing though, I got a slight peeve. I wish they could have made this, put this color on this side, because it feel weird, like for some reason having blue on this side. But next up, it's the Fire Red 4s, and we got the Fire Red 4 right here. Oops. Fire Red 4 on the left shoe. And you see you got the, you know, Bred 4. And obviously they're similar right there. And last but not least, got the military blue 4. And where's the military blue 4? Got the military blue 4 on the top of the tongue right here. And this one, the blue on here seems a little bit more royal. You can see a slight difference in blue. This one is a little bit more brighter on a real military blue 4 from 2012. That's where this one is from. Going to the back of the tongue and the back of the, you know, big difference. Can't wait to get this one though, this military blue 4. But still got the 2012 joints right here. And obviously, I don't know if y'all should be able to see the slight difference in hue on camera as far as the blues. I can't wait till they redo the Fire Red 4s too. And another last part I forgot was part of the Fire Red 4. The Fire Red 4 also has the red behind the tongue. So this is the 2012 Fire Red 4. Then we got the top 4 Fire Red 4. So yeah, not nothing too crazy or whatever. It's one of them things where like it was hideous when it first came out. It had people on the fence. If you still think the sneaker ugly, you probably just, at this point, you probably just really don't like it at this point. But if it's one of the things where it's growing on you, I just suggest that you cop right now. At least while I was going for retail, or maybe if you could snag it for a deal, maybe you got a bigger size foot, you could probably actually snag it for a deal. Most of the time, if you over a size 10, you know, since those not the money sizes, quote unquote, you can actually go pick up the sneaker. But I feel like this one of the ones in the future that's just going to be kind of sought after. We see this time and time again with retro Jordans, especially when they're doing like something special like this. Since this isn't like an easy, simple colorway or whatever, they, you know, and it's not common, you know, like a red and white Jordan 4 or something like the alternate 89s. You know, you're going to run into more red and white fours most likely than you would with mixed colors or whatever, right? But I tried these on already. The comfort level is still there with the fours. They did not slip up on this. Regular retail was $200. Still kind of steep to me. I'm not used to Jordan Brand charging $200. Then you got to think about that too, plus tax. You know, before it was almost $200 after tax, and it was just like, you done with it, you already can square it away. But they still making it more and more, making us more and more think about what we buy. If you actually naturally like the sneaker and you don't just buy based off hype, you know, and you're more selective with your buying process. But they're starting to make, because I don't know, man, I think maybe because I'm speaking like as a kid too, from when J's originally first came out, or when I was a little bit younger, they was always kind of expensive in a way. You know, it's just that inflation happened, and also too the hype, and you know, when you mix all that into a big ball, you're gonna get the price increase. Now, yeah, they say it was supposed to be this remaster program or whatever. I don't know if they're still running with that, but I just feel like now we at a point where I think they're still just trying to make Jordan feel like that sneakers, that's still that luxury item. You know, if you cheapen a brand too much and put too much out and all that stuff, I like it like this though, man. They put out, in my perfect sneaker world, everybody can cop, right? And then in due time, we see who really is into the sneakers, because everybody not gonna keep their sneakers clean no matter what. It happened year in, year out. You know what I mean? Like these. How many of you guys still got this sneaker in pristine condition? Because I've seen these be already terrible. They look like they like mechanic shoes, garage shoes. I just wore these recently. In case you don't notice, the Winlight 96 Jordan 11. Again, it's going to be a highly sought after sneaker probably in the future. So it's like one of the things where as time go on, get further and further away, it's one of the things where it's like, you know, pick up while you can while the price is still low. So that's what I'm saying for the fours. Everybody beat theirs and all that stuff. Break out with them, bow. Or if you wore them already, same thing what happened with this. Like my upper's clean on this, but the aging process has taken its toll on Jordan 4 Military Blue. I already did a lived in series with this, but you know, this actually still turned heads, believe it or not, because this not like a common colorway that's out. You know what I mean? So these were readily available for people in 2012. So whoever got them at that time and taking care of them or whatever, taking care of them at the time, and even up to now in 2020, you know, who really do this. Now, I know some people, you know, I ain't saying don't wear their sneakers. I wore these sneakers too, you know, so it doesn't really matter. I wore the sneakers. But because I know some people just put them up and then let the air bubble, and that's why the air bubble's so good intact. But so I actually wore these, and I just let the sneaker age gracefully, and I still keep it clean, don't abuse them, wear them casually, and just do it like that, man. So once they come out with the Nike Air versions, I can still rock these if I want, you know, and do a nice comparison without it looking like a disaster. You know, even with these were actually like busting down and breaking down and stuff. You know, I can't wait till they drop these. But, you know, I've seen people's Jordan 4's Fire Red Force a little way worse. Only thing I need is just a quick little paint job, and I'm good to go. Other than that, like, the rest of the sneaker is still intact. No foggy air bubble, no nothing crazy like that. Even all the way up to my Bread 4s, up to, you know, last year release day or whatever. These are still technically good intact. You probably just need a few touch up on the paint, but that's it. I mean, and you know, who's going to know anyway, right? So again, how many of y'all still got y'all Winlight 90, Winlight 96, even y'all Winlight 82, the midnight blue and navy ones that kind of got that Concord color blocking? Hey man, now I'm kind of anxious. I do got another Jordan coming in. I can't wait till arrives though, man, I like when to do a Jordan 11 collection video, you know, just for my subs or whatever. I know what a bunch of the flyby viewers gonna be trying to hit on that. So anyway, I've been here long enough. So I got the What the Forest to round it all off. What do y'all think though, as far as the conversation piece though, man? Did you guys pick up on these? Did these grow on you? I've seen a lot of these grow on a lot of people. These wasn't instant hitters as soon as they came out. Like, oh my gosh, I gotta have them. And what do you think about me returning these from the What the Forest to the Top Forest? Because basically that's what they are. They're just the OG Jordan colorway, all four colorways. If it was the What the Forest, they got a lot more non-OG color fours to play with to make this sneaker way more exotic. But that's my time. Rate, comment, and subscribe. This Nail Goodfella, Goodfella Nail. Peace.